statue arrives to give as offering to it, not just enchanting in the system.
Okay. All right, and we are live now. Yeah, and I was just noticing a flurry of comments. Celery, I see you wrote a hymn to Rennutet last year, so we'll. I'm probably going to go and scroll back through comments and read that when we get to that point because that's really nice that you got that, and I definitely read it.
Wait, are we honoring Rennutet today?
Wait, we're honoring what?
Rennutet.
Yeah, Rennutet and Khonsu and Min. So yeah, we're doing the feast because this is the harvest time. This is when you have the feast for all of those gods. It all kind of coincides at the same point, and this is and it's the end of the month of Khonsu. And actually, hold on, let me check my calendar because I think we're going from.
This month?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's the birth of Khonsu, and again, I got to check my calendar.
You're good. I was just wondering when it was.
Yes.
I wanted to observe, but I wasn't sure when.
Okay. Yeah, you have the month of Rennutet, which ends in mid-March, and then the month of Khonsu, which is ending. Actually, it just ended yesterday, and then we begin the month of Payanet, which is when you have the end of that month is when you have the Feast of the Valley. Yeah. So, that's what's going on. So, and also, guys, I have to show something off. And I'm trying to keep an eye out because Yamana, who normally joins us, hasn't answered yet. So I'm just checking to make sure, that we're not missing him. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna keep a window open for him. But here we go. Yeah, and oh, gelato, fancy talk for ice cream. Ha ha ha, yeah. Yeah, and I can't have any of those now because I've figured out that, that's something that gives me indigestion. It's kind of a hard thing to figure out, but, you just have to adapt.
I can eat some.
I know you can. You'll have to eat it for me.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I just wanted to say what I plan to offer when the statue gets here.
Oh, okay.
It's salt and pepper calamari that is fried a little bit.
Oh man!
I don't remember what flavored dip.
That's.
I have to look at the box.
But salt and pepper calamari is good. That's calamari. It's
well, yeah, I know. Oh, well, that's interesting.
It's gonna be great though, man.
Huh. See, I couldn't tell if you said calamari or calamata. Olives.
Salt and pepper calamari.
Calamari. Okay. Well, real quick, guys, before we get started, I was going to show off something that one of our folks sent, and what basically happened is it was too big for her wall space, but we've already started to put it to use, and this is a wall hanging, and I'll see if you guys can see this because it's big. Yeah. Yeah. But this is like only part of it. Let me see if I can kind of scroll it like that. But yeah, this is a little scene from the Book of the Dead with Anubis at the scales, and it's about I think 6 foot by 5 foot, something like that. Yeah.
5 foot tall, 6 foot wide.
Wide, yeah. It's
and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and so we've already used it as a backdrop for a video that we taped with Morgan earlier in the week, and when we do our broadcast for What Run Pet, because I have a little setup in the backyard, and I do hangings so that nobody outside the yard can see what we're doing, and so this is going to be in the background. This will be one of the wall hangings, or sort of. It's almost like we make a tent with that's like open at the top, which is appropriate. So yeah, it's all this was just so cool. I just had to show this off, and say thank you, to our pal who sent this.
For what profit you bring your stuff out for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I bring everything out, and it's actually a lot of work because I basically bring all the statues here. The only thing that doesn't go outside is my bust of the pharaoh's head at the end. That stays in, but everything else, I bring out. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but.
And we bring the table for the blessed dead.
Actually, no, we don't bring that out. But now in ancient times they would have had something that they would have done as part of a much longer ritual that would have been for the blessed dead, at the New Year's thing. But I'd have to that's recorded in like the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, so I'd have to read more translations of that, which I believe are all done in French. So it's something I'd have to go and that website that you said goodbye money. I'd have to go back onto the Institute the French Institute of Oriental Archaeology. Yeah. It's their website. Yeah. Because I found that and I told Darren what it was and he just said goodbye money. Yeah. Because I ordered a couple things. There you are, Joy. Hey, I mean, there, the Yamanu. He made it. Yeah. Yeah. So the Yamanu.
There you go, Yamanu.
Yamanu, did you see the wall hanging?
No, not really. I saw a little bit of it.
Tell you what, later I'll show you. This thing is like 6 foot by 5 foot, and it's a scene from the Book of the Dead, and so
yeah, I can tell that just by what I see.
Yeah. So we've got a new wall hanging for, and I think one day when we have a physical space, there will be lots of really pretty hangings on the walls. So it's going to look great one day.
I wonder what your style of architecture you would use for it when you do.
Okay. Oh, okay. Is YouTube having problems?
I have no idea because I'm not using it from there.
Yeah, throw yourself on there. Okay, okay. Just a second, guys.
Guess we better throw another log on the router.
Yeah. Okay, Celery says, I've been reading Religion or Ritual in Ancient Egypt by Emily Teeter, and it mentioned some kind of draped tent or booth around specific sacred carvings at Karnak. Yeah. And Celery says, I read French quite well. Oh, well, you know what? Then you may have to help sort of double check some things with me, because one book that I've been working on a little bit now and then, and I promise we'll get going after that. Where are you? Here we are. Celery, you would appreciate Le Rituel de la Maison de Vie, which I got from the French Amazon website, and I've managed to get the introduction translated and a little bit into the text, but that might have to be a group project.
Yeah.
So. And okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, guys. Try and make sure I don't have something I can back into and trip myself.
Starscream would get you.
I don't know. I think you might make me wonder for a second, just for the laughs.
Why is it doing this again?
There we go. Okay. So while Celery is rushing to do a ritual purification, okay, and have YouTube issues. Okay, Kit was. You've got a prayer. Because what kid had posted it, and this was like very very early on. Because she said prayers that our little embryo sticks, the embryo sticks and grows into a baby.
Alex.
So.
Tell Thomas that I'm making breakfast.
Oh, hold on, guys. I'm going to turn this down just a hair. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we definitely want to say prayers for that. And I think Min and Khonsu would
be appropriate.
Yeah. So. Alrighty. Well, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. Stefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Anachuru. Come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts, and we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. So it's like we both take 2 steps back and start flicking water at each other. Just glad there are no pine cones involved. That could get crazy. You just looked at me. Okay. Here we go. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the 4 corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in now and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light. And you know what? We also need to make sure that we light our candle for Rennutet. We welcome her as the protector of the harvest. And Mama Sekhmet, that she may continue to bring peace and healing to those who need it. And Jory, I know you mentioned your mom and your aunt. Ask for Sekhmet. Say that one more time. Okay. Well, that broke up a little bit, but we'll get back to that because when we read our prayers, we'll make sure to mention that again. So. Okay. You arise in the Akhetis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Min, O Khonsu, O Rennutet, Sekhmet, O Unachuru, hail and praise unto you, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Esfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Unachuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Unachuru, that you may be purified with it. I'm going to do 2 different kinds of incense this time, but this is the one we start with. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Unachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine. O Ra, Min, Khonsu, Rennutet, Sekhmet. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. And those of us in the northern hemisphere, may Min and Rennutet bless us with successful gardens. And for those in the southern hemisphere, may they have a bountiful harvest. And actually, in Egypt and the Middle East, it's harvest season right now. So may it be a good one. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Min within his house. Khonsu, very great in Thebes, within his house. Pure is Rennutet, pure is Sekhmet within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is... Oh, hang on. I was actually off book when I read that. But in every place that their immortal cause dwell. There we go. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Min, O Khonsu, O Rennutet, Sekhmet. Come to your bodies, O Yonetru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, for Min, Khonsu, and Rennutet, Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. You okay? Wasn't... Okay. Well, I have a couple of napkins here if you need them. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkeperu Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now, from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring for them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horekere ta henket kakawa abdu senashermerhat kut nibet nofer wabet anket nacherim then kawan aku punibu maakere nibu kiranachra. A voice offering, 1,000 bread and beer, beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things in which a god lives, for the cause of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. This fat is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. Now, because we're honoring Min as well as Rennutet and Khonsu, first thing I'm going to actually start off with is from Circle of the Sun for the Feast of Min. Because we happen to have a lot of material for that feast that was recorded in the temple of Medinet Habu, which is across the river from Thebes. Because the Feast of Sokar and the Feast of Min were sort of like bookends to the agricultural season. When they planted, they honored Sokar, and then when they harvested, they honored Min. So myrrh is actually particularly special to Min. So I guess while Darren stepped out, we'll light a little bit more and sense Min, because he has been enthroned and he's gone from being an aspect of Osiris to being an aspect of Horus. Be exalted, O Min, our Lord. Arise, O Min, our Lord, you are vindicated before Ra Atum. O she who raises up the land, the throne of the great bull, throne of the great bull. She is the one whom the great bull impregnates, which actually would be Aset in this case. He is Min, standing on the desert after he has seized all lands. He makes you tremble, the outgoing strider, youth of the desert to the one of Gebju. And he says, behold me. As for the great bull, as for that great bull, the great one penetrates into her. So yes, very much a theme of fertility there. And that's the closest that Egyptian belief gets, I think, to the idea from that you're familiar, might be familiar from with Wicca, of the god and then the goddess, and the god becomes the consort, and then the child, the goddess. That's the closest that we get to that. It's with Min and with Aset. Hail to you, O Min, who impregnates his mother. You have come forth from the very great door. You stand upon the dais of Ma'at, and you give commands, together with your father Osiris. And if there's this is a point where if you have something that you can offer at, your own altar, later on, that's cool. If not, just, think about it, for later. But if there's something that you're working on that either you finished or that you're hoping to finish, because this is the harvest, it can be a spiritual harvest, not necessarily a physical one. But this is where we would ask for Min to bless our work, and to and also Rennutet, since she's the protectress of the harvest. And mine is, of course, my novel project that I'm working on. It's in 2 binders now, and I'm hoping to get that finished. Actually, I need the cover for one finished, and then the text for the other one. And so that's what I ask for continued blessings on. And the last part from our ritual that's drawn from Medinet Habu. Truly, Min has gone to the dais. He has brought to us the hymns that issue from the mouth of his mother, Aset. To us, Min has come, strong and powerful. Min is vindicated against his enemies. And O Imsati, Hapi, Duamiatef, Kebeh Senuev, go to the south, the north, the east and west, and tell the gods of the south, north, east, and west that Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, has taken unto himself the dual crown. And this is actually from a Middle Kingdom stela. Adoration to Min, to Horus praise, he with his arm upraised. Hail Min in his going forth, lofty of plumes, son of Osiris, born of Isis, great in the dual shrines, mighty in Ipu, of you of Gebju. Horus, the strong-armed, lord of reverence who brings pride to silence, sovereign of the gods. Fragrant when he comes from Medjaland, O you of Otent, hail and praise. And now I'm going to scroll backwards for a second and read the wonderful hymn to Rennutet that Celery wrote. And oh, hey. Okay, and someone just said I saw that Mark Sheehan, the lead guitarist of the 2000s alternative rock band Script, passed away today. Well, then, may they be included in the Blessed Dead. Okay, and Ron Free, I saw your question in the comments from a recent video, and that's something that I want to answer in another video. But let me get back to that. Oh goodness, poor. Oh, and Love Deluxe. Hey, okay. From Celery, and we'll bring our sistrum for Rennutet. Hail and praise, Rennutet the flourishing, serpent of the granary, lady of names, nurse of souls, great goddess, beautiful Uraeus, mother of he who is Barlin Emmer, mother of Nipri. O lady of nourishment, the fertile fields are your bounty. Our feasts are from you. Our feasts are given unto you. You provide for us as we provide for you. Foremost of the house of provisions, may you rejoice in our praise. Come and go in peace and grant us life. And you said you tweaked it a little bit since then, but I tell you what, that is absolutely beautiful. And if you don't mind, I'm going to see if I can copy that. Because that, and you know what, if you've tweaked it, you'll have to post that, because that is just awesome. And so let me just scroll back there. Okay, yeah, and the Verdazzle's got our playlist. Once bitten, twice shy, yeah. And a burner for you, I recognize that. Okay, yes, and blessings of a successful pregnancy from asking Rennutet. Yeah. Yes, all our hopes and prayers for Sebekekwe and Kit Fox, because they've been trying for a child for a very long time now. And, they're hopeful, and we're hopeful with you that somebody gets to call you mom and dad. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, and we are doing fortunes. Okay, hey, Kai Sobek. Alrighty, Berdazzle, Creature of Legend, yeah. Okay, yeah, and I posted in Discord. Awesome. Tell you what, real quick, we'll read our hymn to Khonsu again. Now, as for third eye, my understanding is that kind of comes from Hindu. And really, when you think about it, Buddhism is to Hinduism sort of what Christianity is to Judaism. It was kind of a revelation, that grew out of the, cultural backdrop of Hinduism, just as Christianity grew out of Judaism, but was a revelation, a revelatory, faith that owes very much to it. And a lot of the more abstract philosophy that we have was developed, in the last 2,000 years. It's much more recent in its development. And had Egyptian practice been allowed to continue into the last 2 millennia, like Hinduism did, and like Buddhism did, then we might have some kind of meditative or transcendental practices, similar to that. But since it was basically cut off, in the really, it wasn't like, okay, Jesus was born, 30 years later, there's no more paganism. No, it actually lasted for a long time. It wasn't really until about the 500s, 400s and 500s, that it really started to die out. But probably the closest thing to, a practice, where you're transcending yourself and, achieving a union with deity, maybe some of the Sufi techniques might be a little closer to what they would have come up with, but that's purely, just a guess. So hopefully that answers your question kind of in short, and I'd love to delve into that further, and I try not to talk about that too much when it comes to discussing ancient practice, because most of what I learned is from a Japanese sect of Buddhism, and so where I'm coming from is from that tradition, and so it would end up being a blend. It wouldn't be a strict recon thing. So, Ron Free, I hope that answered your question, at least to some level. But now, one thing that and this is kind of an influence from what I learned reciting hymns and sutras in Sino-Japanese, and boy, when you're trying to keep up with folks that have been doing it for forever, that'll really make your head spin. But reciting hymns in the Egyptian language, or a reconstruction of it, can be kind of a meditative practice once you get the hang of it. So we'll read to Khonsu in Egyptian revival, because it's just like with ancient Hebrew, we don't know exactly what the original pronunciation is, but this is our best educated guess. Khonsu pakherad ur tepianamun hunanafer benar merit nisir heredunibu kian kamozut hem mozut miatan o hem ranatem ra en wasat Kiem duau nekakim mesher hunoranaper tepteru Iem shetim kut ketef Hemesenes suim wasatim shefishabas Alchem kopruef en kepri Rau uchemenef Moscow Atum im mesherim kentromanu Jefedjen nujat horoim hunoranep Ki naman ra Nebkau asha jefau Nebkhira dien meref Khonsu the child, the very great, the firstborn of Amun, goodly youth, sweet of love, king of all children. Babe born alive, who repeats birth like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra in Thebes. Babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at the proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age. Whom she gave birth to in Thebes as the august child, the living one in his manifestation of Khepri. Ra after he repeated births. A tomb in the evening within the entrance of Manu. Iris of the Ujat, Horus is a young child, babe of Amun-Ra, Lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, Lord of offerings, who gives to those he loves. And may he continue to bless us. Bless Sebekekaway and Kit Fox with a child. And bless us with sustenance and good fortune and protection. We ask you, O Khonsu, the very great. Okay, so now let's get to those cookies. Now, we're going to start off with one that's for everybody. So if anyone has been tuning in and bearing with us up to this point, after the fact, this one is for you as well. And it says, keep true to the dreams of your youth. So that is for everyone. Keep true to the dreams of your youth. Coming from Khonsu, I think it's definitely worth taking heed of. Huh?
I think Stella wanted to.
Alrighty. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was muted, but yeah, thank you, Robert.
Okay. Alrighty. And then the first one up from there is going to be Kai Sobek. So we'll do Seta and then Kai Sobek. All right. All right, Seta. You are not a person who can be ignored. So, you are not a person who can be ignored. And I get the sense that that's kind of don't let yourself be ignored. Etch that into your brain.
I think it could go many ways, but yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you were going to try to get a promotion or something, that means constantly follow up.
Yeah.
So that they don't forget you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't be ignored, Jack. That's the first thing that came to my mind. All right. So now we're going to the comments. We're going to start with Kai Sobek and then Berdazzle. We're going to go down. Okay. Oh. Kai Sobek. Okay, Kai Sobek. Be demonstrative, but do it with dignity. So demonstrative, demonstrate, so whatever you're feeling, show it, but do it with dignity. So be demonstrative, but do it with dignity. Okay, next up is Berdazzle. Fellow 80s music fan. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. So, Berdazzle, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Okay, next is Creature of Legend. creature, the myth, the legend. It's the creature of legend. And give yourself a day off, or at least a relaxing evening. So, creature of legend. Yes, you've been working hard. Give yourself a day off, or at least a relaxing evening. Okay, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. And thanks to our super thanks, Ron Free, of course, who asked a question. Love Deluxe. Let's see. Salary. And yes, also we have prayers of thanks from Miss Jackal, who cut off a toxic person in her life. And please give prayers of thanks to Anubis and to Hathor for all their guidance, love, and support throughout the situation. And and Miss Jack also wants a cookie for advice. Okay, cool. So it'll go Celery, then Mrs. Jackal, and then 9/11 Jen. So. For mon ami Celery. Only by acceptance of the past can you alter it. Only by acceptance of the past can you alter it. Because that allows you to reframe it and take command of it. So there you go, Celery. All right, and now for Mrs. Jackal. Mrs. Jackal, a smile is your personal welcome mat. And given the context of what's going on, move forward, smile, and you'll find new folks to interact with that will, if they bring a smile to you, then they're good. If they don't, then you don't need them. But a smile is your personal welcome mat. Okay, and next up is 9/11 Chan, and then Sarcastic, and right. Really, yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. Kai Sobek is saying, I'm thinking of having my name changed to Kai Sobek in real life. The problem is you're going to be answering questions about how to pronounce it and what does it mean and everything else, like pretty much everywhere you go. And so I think another thing to keep in mind is that, like, for the ancient Egyptians, the fewer people knew your true name, your name of power, the better that was, because people couldn't, use it in spell work against you, of course. But that's why, Ra's true name is so powerful. He didn't, even speak the words to Isis. He, they don't relate it in the papyrus with that myth. So keep that as your name I would recommend for like here and wherever that's your identity that you make your own. And I could get into a long conversation that Darren and I have gotten into about like in real life versus on the internet, but for the gist of it, I would say,
This way. Life is hard enough being a pagan. You change your name to publicly to what you use online,
Mhm.
and then you're going to invite the same social commentary assholes that reject you everywhere else to reject you everywhere, no matter what.
Yeah. Hold on. So 9/11 Sean, and then sarcastic. Yeah, I don't know if you heard. In case what Darren said didn't pick up on the microphone, he said it's hard enough being pagan, just as it is. If you change your name, in the public sphere, then you're going to invite, that same kind of crap, like just throughout. So Kai Sobek is cool, but we want to be the ones that know you as Kai Sobek. Let that be like the best kept secret,
Right.
So okay, 9/11 Sean. Three can keep a secret if you get rid of two.
Nice paraphrasing of Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, and that one's come up a little bit lately, but excuse me, that might be don't let, be judicious about what things you let out of the bag.
Yeah, don't broadcast your business.
Three can keep a secret if you get rid of two. So in other words, you can get rid of them by just not telling them.
Right.
Play it close to the chest. So that was for you, 9/11. And now for sarcastic.
No way.
Mm-hmm. And I had told myself I was going to get something else to put the cookies in, and that didn't happen, but that's okay. All right, sarcastic. Depend on your feet. You can climb the highest mountain.
I ain't the one. Glad it's you.
Well, you know what? The feeling that I got from this, depend on your feet. You can climb the highest mountain. In other words, don't depend on somebody else. You've got this. Whatever it is, don't, your own 2 feet instead of somebody else's. You can climb the highest mountain. You can do this. Don't depend on somebody else. Okay, Love Deluxe.
I'm probably gonna have to leave.
Huh? You're probably gonna have to. Wait, did
Yeah,
you?
so I can wish my mother good night.
Okay, did you need a fortune?
I was gonna have to pray.
Ask her a prayer.
Yeah. About Rennutet, hopefully helping me find a job at some point soon.
Oh, okay. Well,
And the other for Christmas already.
okay. Well, definitely prayers for Rennutet, and the others to help you find a job. So. All right. Good job, sweetheart. Okay. All right. Love. We're on Love Deluxe next. Okay. Oh. Love Deluxe, you got 2.
You got the deluxe.
Yeah, you got the deluxe. Your patience has been rewarded. Okay, so the first one says, good luck is often with the one who doesn't include it in their plans. So
In other words, don't depend on it.
Right. Well, that's an interesting interpretation, if you will. But now there's another one here. Let's see what the second one says. Okay. I'm going to get it out of there. Come on. Yeah. All investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. So let me put these two together for you, Love Deluxe. Good luck is often with the one who doesn't include it in their plans. All investment in knowledge always pays the best interest.
In other words, you know, there's something I need to share. Luck favors the prepared. Luck favors the hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
Luck favors the one willing to use their brain. And luck favors the one who is willing to work hard enough to expect victory.
But you know what? The thing about those who don't include it in their plans, don't shirk thinking, oh, I'm going to get a lucky break. Act like you're not going to get it. And then it'll...
Yeah, luck favors those who prepare.
Yeah, I know act like you're not going to get... you're not going to catch a break on something so that when you do, it's magnified. It's amplified because, you already had that, preparation, and you're rewarded that much further. So, yeah, and investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. So Love Deluxe, that was a message for you. Okay, let me scroll down here. Kit Fox and then Seba Kekaway. And I know I'm kind of far back on the comments, so I will catch up. Let's see. So yeah. Repetitive sounds. It might have been a rhythm for them. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Sarcastic. I'm seeing what you said about hymns in the Egyptian that had repetitive sounds, and that being something meditative, and rhythmic. I absolutely agree with that. But yeah, so Kit Fox and then Seba Kekaway. And all right, so it's Kit Fox. Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Kit Fox, learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Now, for Seba Kekaway. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, there was a little tail of this one, but there's no print on it, so that's all here. Pennies from heaven find their way to your doorstep this year.
Cool.
Okay. Well, you know what? Kit Fox is telling you, learn to enjoy every minute of your life. And then pennies from heaven are going to come your way. So, good things are afoot. So, okay. Let me scroll down. Okay, next is Verdazzle. Wait, Verdazzle, I think we got you. Yeah. We should have, yours was like the second one, I think. And then Bastavi, okay. And then Amanda Barrett, okay. Um, okay, yeah, Amanda. All right. Emoji helps you say, yeah. Don't feel too bad about being a Luddite, Amanda, because there's still some things that I'm like, hey, how do you get this to work? You know, we all have those moments. The more complicated this stuff gets, you know, it just happens. But okay, Bastavi, and then Amanda. So. Okay. Bust hubby. People always know what they are saying. They just never listen. I'm going to read that again. People always know what they are saying. They just never listen. So I don't know if that's referring to people in your life or if that's a word of warning. Because we all know what we're saying, but, you know, are we listening to other people around us?
And it also could be, yeah, you know what you're saying, but do you have any idea what you sound like? You know, it could work both ways, and I would highly recommend you be alert to both.
Yeah.
It will keep you from putting your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, sometimes they give us friendly bits of advice and warning.
Yeah.
So, all right, and then Amanda Barrett, and well, you know, because if you're saying when you die you want your headstone to have that, the thing to do might be to find a way to actually have the glyphs carved into it. And that's something hopefully we won't have to worry about that for many decades yet. But yeah, well, let's talk about that at another point. But okay, and Mario, so can I get a fortune to read on what I should consider when doing my job? I feel like I'm having hiccups in a particular work site and would like some direction.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, and Sticks. Much luck from New York. Hey. Hey, another New Yorker.
How you doing, New Yorker?
How you doing? Yeah.
How you doing? Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, my neighbors.
No. Yeah. I know where you're going with that. No.
I know you do.
Forget about it.
Yes.
No.
All right. Well, it's a bit from the original Harlem Nights.
No, it's Coming to America.
Excuse me, not Harlem. Yeah, Coming to America. The other one. I'm sorry. My brain switched back and forth because you have practically the same cast, except Richard Pryor is not in Coming to America.
No, but he should have been.
Yeah. But yeah, the first Coming to America was brilliant.
Amazing.
Yeah, we need
Harlem Nights, by the way.
Yeah. But okay, so Amanda Barrett. Well, I guess you guys will have to have some Knish for us. All right, Amanda. The cost of something is what you give up to get it.
That's a good life lesson to us all.
Yes, the cost of something is what you give up to get it. Now sometimes there's some cases where you know, you're better off walking away from something because it's not worth, the pain and the heartache and whatever else that you get from it. Um, but then there are other times, so this can go, I'm sure you'll think of where where this applies in your life, but yeah, sometimes you have to think about what you're giving up and is it worth it? The cost of something is what you give up to get it. Okay, and next was Mario, and then Sticks. And Mario needs some direction and work. Oh my god! I kind of I had a feeling that this was going to happen. I said, "Watch, he's asking a question about work, and he's probably going to get a fortune that has to do with love." And what do you know? This one says, "You will be luckily in love." So, in other words, I think they're dodging that.
Hang in there. Keep your ears and eyes open. Know what to stay out of.
Yeah, if you're having some hiccups at work, just try to play it safe. And I guess maybe learn, be able to put work at work, and when it's time to go home.
That's a huge help, and that's a hard lesson to learn.
Yeah,
Believe me, I live that one.
yeah, being able to put it down at the end of the day. So yeah, that happens a lot, folks. I can't tell you how many times someone has a question about something at work, and if they give an answer about your love life, and that's not what you wanted. But I think they do that sometimes. All right, Sticks. Sticks. Good luck bestows upon you. You will get what your heart desires.
Just remember to send some to me.
Good luck bestows upon you. You will get what your heart desires. And you know what? I almost wonder if the thing, if Mario, the cookie that you got, you were asking about some guidance with work, but they said, hey, you will be, luckily in love. Might be a way of saying there are bigger things out there than that. The work is not. Don't let it can be the sum total of your life.
Keep your eyes and ears open. Know what not to get involved in. And leave work at work. They don't pay you to take that shit home.
Okay. And Sarana, I'd also like prayers for courage. Okay. And okay, and then Tom H. Let's see that. All right, and then married Whipaway. And let's see, Jackie's hubby. Okay, we got you a little earlier, best hubby. All right. So yeah, Sarah. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's I was sitting there looking and Burdez. Okay, that's cheese. All right. But yeah, Serrana and then Married Wet. Oh, excuse me, Tom H. and then Married Wet. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. So. Sarana. Laughter is the shortest distance between two people. And you know what? Laughter can overcome.
Laughter builds bridges. Trust me.
And can overcome situations. Here's something interesting. And this was a scholarly article that was written actually about certain rituals that were in temples going from the New Kingdom up to the Ptolemaic period, where they were striking the evil eye, and the texts specifically say that the pharaoh who takes on the role of Khonsu or another child deity, and acting on behalf of his mother, the Eye of Ra, beats away the evil eye, and it almost to our mind it almost thinks it sounds like baseball or something, because they have a stick and they beat a ball representing the eye. It specifically says that he laughs as a child as he does it. And so you get the sense that laughter also, it's chasing away evil.
Right.
So laughter is the shortest distance between two people. May you have may Min raise his arm to chase away fear and doubt, and to give you courage for the things that you need, Sarana.
Yes, I was just about to mention that fear and doubt go hand in hand, and they build upon each other.
Yeah. So. Okay, so next is Tom H. Don't worry, we have more cookies for these game cards. So. This one looks like it got really toasted. Tom H. A good home is happiness. So Tom H. A good home is happiness. So work on making home, a place of refuge. Because that's certainly what we do right there. Things are starting to doze. I guess Min's Myrrh got to you. Okay. All right, so Tom H, then Married Wapawat, and and then Kyle Hinojosa. Okay. All righty, so Married Wapawat. Married Wapawat. Grasp opportunities to create the future. Carpe diem, man. Grasp opportunities to create the future. So there's some opportunities going to be coming up. Take them. All right, now, J.K. Habi Hakim, I was reading your as Bast Hobby, and I got your fortune a little earlier. If you need me to go back and reread it, just let me know. Kyle Hina Hosta. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss. And Mario saying, I loved coming to America so much as a kid. I wanted to go to Zamunda, and I was so miffed when it wasn't real. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah.
Hey, done.
What's up?
Shannon would like a cookie.
Alrighty.
Just some general wisdom from the universe, please.
Alrighty. Okay, so Kyle Hinojosa and then Shannon. Alrighty. Kyle Hinojosa. Never chase a dog into a dead end alley. Yeah, so
We've heard that before.
yeah. Someone got that bit of a warning, a friendly warning last week, but it still applies. Never chase a dog into a dead end alley, because what are they going to do? They're going to turn and chase you. Yeah. So at the very least, you're in a dead end alley. You have to deal with it now. So let some things go. As in, don't pursue them. All right. So now Shannon. Needs some wisdom from the universe, from our enthroned initiative. In the ocean of knowledge, only those who want to learn will see the land.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, especially because absolutely, in the ocean of knowledge, only those who want to learn will see the land. Everybody else is focusing on the water. Don't be focused on that. And sometimes it means recognizing what's right there in front of you. So in the ocean of knowledge, only those who want to learn will see the land.
Especially these days, because you don't know what's true and you don't know what you really have to. If you want to learn something, you really have to be studious about it.
Yeah.
You have to focus.
That and also try not to miss the obvious.
Yes.
Or it's like suddenly I'm thinking of I don't know, I might have been watching Last Week Tonight on YouTube or something, but they were talking about AI, and they asked an AI chatbot, what religion would the first Jewish president of the United States be? And it went on this long spiel about it would be impossible to know what religion the first Jewish president of the United States would be because of da-da-da-da-da, social factor, this and that. It was trying to be so correct that the AI couldn't pick up on the obvious. Well, duh, they're going to be Jewish. I was like, what religion is the first Wiccan president of the United States going to be? They're going to be Wiccan, whatever. So
well, it kind of goes both ways, because they had some AI systems. They fed brand new AI systems the days of the month, January and February, and then they asked the AI to finish it. They went Marchuary, April-uary, May-uary,
yeah,
and on and on and on.
Yeah,
the AI couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. So just learn to catch the obvious. Okay. Well, I'm going to scroll down and make sure we didn't miss anybody. Yeah. Oh, yes. And Mario's saying my Capricorn moon would rather not, but I'll try to leave work at the door. Okay, and Buzz Tabby says, prayers please for my familiar monkey paws, aka Monk. He just underwent radiation therapy for nasal lymphoma. It's a 16-year-old black cat. His 17th birthday is May 6th. Absolutely. Wow. Almost 17. You know, with a ducky who's about to turn 11 and who has laid 3 eggs this week, I can really appreciate that because we always want our pets to live as long as they possibly can. And we ask best to bless Monk with a successful surgery or a radiation therapy and to make it to that 17th birthday and as far beyond as possible. You know, just as, you know, I hope that my duckies um, get to live comparably as long. We know that people who've had pet ducks have had them live to be 12. And of course, Indiana, my little explorer, I hope she can explore, you know, brave new territory, you know, in terms of duck age. So, prayers for all of our pets. You know, although Yotsuba was the one that was not feeling well last week, but I have to offer my prayers of thanks because she's just gotten so much better that she's, you know, uh, feisty as ever. And today, well, I let them out, and so she went out and she was calling for Darren, and he was still in bed. If I could teach her to go down the hallway, I'd have her go and quack him out of bed. But this is the best suggestion. Thinking that over very carefully. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Right, and yeah, and you do make a good point. Not everyone who's Jewish by blood is Jewish by religion. Yeah, but all right, okay. On the gelato's message, yeah, go ahead and have that gelato, and I think the gods will enjoy it with you. So because yeah, we're at an hour and 20 minutes. If anybody else needs a prayer or a fortune, just let us know, and you know, yeah, we're talking about yeah. Finally, ask about something serious, and you focus on my love life. Yeah, but Boo, I think you need some more cool waters. All right. So. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Unu, endures. As the name of Osir Kentiamentu endures. As the name of Asat in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Min, O Khonsu, O Rennutet, Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yunuchuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. Min, Khonsu, Rennutet, Sekhmet. May you go forth in peace, O Yunuchuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. and may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Oh, a couple of things just occurred to me, I guess, as I was reading that. Kai Sobek, if you were thinking about changing your name or maybe going, adopting a nickname, if you shortened it to Kai, that might be kind of a good way to go, because that might be just generic enough. You could use that as a nickname or
I
something.
had a friend in college, God rest his soul.
His name was Kai.
His name was Coyote, but everybody just called him
Kai, yeah.
And he passed away.
Yeah. Well, we spoke his name, so he's remembered.
Oh,
So
I wouldn't dare forget him.
yeah. Was that that wasn't the blonde? Wait,
Mm-hmm.
because he was from Germany, wasn't he?
No,
I'm thinking of some.
he was from another part of Scandinavia. He was from Scandinavia,
Oh,
but
okay.
his last name was Larson.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Now, I did have a German friend as well in college.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends from a lot of places around the world in college.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the cool things about college. Oh, and you know what? Another thing, because Kit Fox and Seba Kekaway, I know you guys are praying, for that embryo to stick. And I want to offer prayers that if it sticks, that it's a safe pregnancy too.
And healthy.
Yeah. For both of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Because and ask them if there are any, if there are any potential issues that you guys need to watch for, because we want both of you here, and we want it to be happy for everybody.
And the other thing I'm going to say as a professional is this.
Hmm.
Please keep an eye out for postpartum depression. Postpartum depression can be deadly.
Yeah. And it's funny.
I think I read that that was on the rise, actually.
Well, let me tell you this: there are a lot of things that we're only just now starting to understand. Like my maternal grandmother probably had postpartum depression, but they didn't know what it was back then. And then my mother had it, and they were only just beginning to talk about it in the early 80s. I don't know if anybody really...
Actually, mid to late 80s.
Right. So by that point, she'd had my two brothers. But, when she, throws my father and I out of the house, and just shuts herself up with herself and my baby brother, that's kind of a little bit of postpartum depression. But they didn't know at the time. And so now it may seem like it's on the rise. It may actually be that it's always been there. It's just you'd have to go back and look at your family history and things like that to find clues for
and not only
behavior
that,
like
let me say this: if you already are, living with depression in your life on a regular basis, you having postpartum depression is nearly 100%.
Mm.
But let me also say this: it's treatable.
Yeah.
For clinical depression, postpartum depression, all of that is treatable. It doesn't mean you're anything negative. It means, just like so many other things in life,
You're human.
You're human. And you know what? We've got to take care of it.
Yeah.
One of the things that I want people to understand is we take our pets to the vets for checkup. We take our cars to the mechanic for maintenance. But we seldom take ourselves in for maintenance.
Yeah.
And we should.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we're crazy. It means that we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
And it means that we want to be in shape for the life that's ours.
Yeah.
And the life that we might give somebody else someday.
Yeah. Oh, no, in 9/11 shows a prayer for all the dead cattle in the explosion.
Yes,
What happened?
There was a horrible, horrible accident of some kind. And like several thousand head of cattle blew up, as in goodbye.
Oh.
It's not what's for dinner.
No. Well, you think beef's expensive now.
And you think beef's expensive now.
Oh.
Because it's the largest mass extinction of cattle we've ever had in the country.
Now, this is here in the U.S.?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
This week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Yeah, well, I guess Lady Hathor, all those cows. I guess the blessed dead have got 1,000 of beef now.
Can we have
That's-
1,000 of beef now? 'Cause
No. Well,
we need some. I need some for
Well-
sure.
so you know what? Prayers for fertility for all the cows that we have, so
Yes.
that they can come back and we can
Prayers
rebuild.
for good weather, good
Yeah,
cows.
Yeah.
And by the way, you think eggs are expensive now? Wait till you fertilize one.
Well, poor Sebekekwe and Kit Fox know all about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, that's the first time I heard that. He wouldn't consider chemo for months, and he's perfectly healthy and looks younger. Okay, and my parents' kitty just passed away 2 weeks before 22nd birthday. That's amazing, and
That's a good long cat life.
yeah,
Yes.
And
explosion in Texas.
yeah,
Yeah.
and prayers for my mom too, but they know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I tell you what, if you guys want something fun, just to kill time on the weekend, I'm sure if you Google this, you'll find out something about it. I read about this on a like link hopping on CNN. Cocaine hippos.
Yes, and leave it at that. And they're real.
Yes. Colombian cocaine hippos. Yeah. Look that. Just the story of it is like really crazy and how that happened.
And they can be soothed by playing Eric Clapton.
No, that wasn't really part of it. But
He did a great song called Cocaine Nights.
okay, but this is one of those cases where truth is stranger than fiction. So yeah. How did hippos become an invasive species in Colombia?
Yes.
That's an interesting story in and of
The
itself.
sequel to Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Hippo.
Coming next summer.
Yes. So, but on a funny note. So yeah. But alrighty, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go because it's been an hour and a half. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Egyptian harvest, and we will see you guys next week. So,
Bye-bye, Todd.
all right.
Take care, Sarah.
Oh, you too, Robert.
Yeah, and hey, if you need anything else, just message me, okay?
Good thing.
Alrighty. Everyone have a safe and happy weekend. Join us next week.
By the way, when you do come out,
Okay.
I either need to be put to bed or made coffee.
Alrighty, yeah, and I know that yes, Pablo Escobar spent some video. Yes, don't forget to like, and I know that Kayleen had come in very late. But I see if you before I go, if you wanted a portrait or anything, just I guess let me know. Yes, don't forget to like.
To all you folks around the world that stay up late and show up early, and as the case may be.
Yeah, we thank you.
Thank you, and thank you.
Yeah.
You chose to spend some valuable time in this world with us. Thank you.
Yeah, we hope it ends up being time well spent.
We love you, and those words will never actually encompass the way we really, really feel.
Yeah.
Because I love you it's the best the words can do right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Married Wepwood says 4:23 UK time. Yeah, wow.
We love you.
Yeah. Get some good sleep.
We love you.
Alrighty, well, I tell you what, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this for now. But if you need us, just catch us on Discord, catch us on Facebook, and catch us here. So, we love you.